bitches? What's up? Wake up. It's morning time. What's up, bitches? What's up? Wake up. It's morning time. What's up, bitches? What's up? Wake up. It's morning time.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday, April 13th, 2026. What is up, everybody? How are we doing today? There he is. Finally broke the silence. MP in the house. Good, wonderful morning. How you doing, buddy? How was your weekend? Um, how was your weekend, sir? How are the shingles going? They have they recited or are you just powering through it? Yeah, I got a new trimmer and I was messing around with it. I'm not sure I fully did a good job. It is so hard. My sides don't grow in even, so when they get small, it is what it is. That's why I love going to the barber, but I'm trying to save a little bit of money where I can, and that's what I've chopped. I've chopped the barber out of it. Probably should chop out Whatnot and eBay and collectibles, but you know, I feel like $1,000,000. Nice. First day back to somewhat normal with minimal pain. Was cleared to go back to the gym finally. Yes. Look at that. $1,000,000 right there, guys. Yeah, nothing like a good old case of the shingles to get you to realize how tough life can be, right? Really, it's those kind of things. It's those little sicknesses. It's those moments. It's those, um, like for me, it would be like where I go down to like the bare minimum projects that I have to like sustain our family. It's like those little things when your kids tell you they don't want to go hang out with you anymore. It's just, and then you realize how good you had it. Like for you, it's probably the gym. Like, oh, I can't go to the gym. Oh shit. Um, but yeah, what's up? It's Monday. Where's everybody at? Everybody sleeping in this Monday? Is there some sort of like big show somewhere else that I don't know about? Where's my fucking audience? Uh, I had this thought as I was opening the show and seeing no one comment. I was like, I don't know that I'm prepared to do a non-live show. Like it really is the interaction and knowing that I'm basically like talking to you, MP, right now. That that gets me going through this. Without anyone talking, I oof, could be like I would just cancel the live. Wouldn't make any sense to me. Kitchen counter's going today, so I'll start the black backsplash this week. Nice, nice, nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. Kitchen remodels going forward. This guy. Yeah, I'm sitting here. It shows. It shows 6 viewers. Shows four over on X. Who are you? Drop me a comment. Say hello so that I know um, that you're not a bot on X. So yeah, this we'll just chat about this weekend then. This weekend for us was a just noticed your hat says Team Chaos. Yeah, that's our that's the coined name of our friend group. We call ourselves Team Chaos. So whenever we're out and about, uh, when we need to gather the whole crew, just shout out Team Chaos Assemble, and the little ones know to come back and check in with their parents. And it's a vibe. We are chaotic. There's 17 of us. We all go to a place and we take over the pool and just show people what's going on. Here's the good morning pop in by Caitlin. Good morning. How are you doing? Meetings to a close. Getting ready to open up the school doors and let all those feet pitter patter and get taught things that they need to learn. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for saying hello. Wish me luck. First day back from break. You got this. You got this. Good luck. Have a great have a great work day, work week, all that stuff. And thank you for stopping in to say hello. This is a dead morning here. I'm gonna be struggling. I'm not. I'll be fine. So yeah, this weekend for us, totally calm, totally chill. We did absolutely nothing. Which for me is amazing after a weekend in Palm Springs and a spring break week with the kids being home and all that, Easter and everything that just happened. And then, we booked this weekend we booked our July trip, which is like a little just a trip to the beach over here with the friend group for my wife's birthday. My wife is turning 40 this year. She is not happy about it. Do not wish her a happy 40th. And my daughter is turning 18. They're both of their birthdays are July 7th. So that's a big one. Um, and then we booked a trip the weekend after that to go celebrate the two of them and take advantage of some Hilton points. It's apparently a good deal. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that thing. I I let my wife and my travel friend Blake handle that kind of stuff. Good morning, David. Good morning. How you doing, buddy? So yeah, this weekend was chill. Spent most of it inside the house. It rained a good portion of yesterday. The crew has arrived. It rained a good portion of yesterday, so Saturday, I got out and did my bike ride. My wife got a walking pad finally. She's in these, I think I've told you guys, she's in these step challenges, like these Facebook groups. And so she has to hit a certain amount of steps every day, week after week. She has been nonstop for like 2 years now. And she finally got a walking pad. So, like, previously, she would go to the gym, she'd go on walks with her friends. But when it came to the end of the night, if she didn't get her minimum for the day, she would just do circles around our bottom floor. She's even been known, she did this last week actually. I think this was the catalyst for finally buying the walking pad. But she would do laps in our closet because I'm asleep. And our closet is not big. Like we have a big house, but our closet is not big. So at most it's like, it's probably like the screen behind me. Like so she's just walking like a matter of 8 feet forward and backwards. So I don't even know how that calculates on her watch, but she would do that. And so finally she got a walking pad and we've actually been enjoying it this weekend. So Bentley was getting on it a lot. Amy was on it. I did 2 miles on it while reading my book. I finally finished my book. This book I bought I think it was last year. And I started reading it last year and then put it down. I just couldn't finish it and took a break. And I finally cracked it open about a month ago, maybe a month and a half ago, and finally finished it. So that was good. That was the goal I set for this weekend, was to finish the book. Cleaned the crap out of the house yesterday. Bentley had a birthday party with his good friend. He calls him his best friend from school. He had a great time. They said, my wife said it was a good time, and me and the girls just kind of hung out. Just really just nothing this weekend. Just chill. Just that garbage time, as they call it in our reading. Speaking of the readings, I did want to.
Down to the reading.
There you go. I finally got it. I finally got it just for you, David. David, how was your weekend, man? The chat is dead today, so feel free to take over. Good morning, DK. Good luck, Better Waffle. I love calling her Better Waffle. Oh, it's just good times. Better Waffle is making a better waffle. Is the way she goes. I know she's not here, um, but she is in the process right now. She is the proclaimed waffle maker, as I call her. Um, the reading. Okay, so today's reading was a good one. It was today's was a tough one. Um, but what I did want to go with is I'm going to scroll back a couple days, because we're not here on Saturday and we're not here on Sunday. I know, right? Where's Charles, Mom Bear Blaze, Jason Ryan? Look at these people, man. These people. We just jumped up to 12 viewers. So, like, X, our viewership on X is popping. But again, I don't know, because I just don't know who's there watching. It says there's people there. I hope there are. It would really mean a lot that there are people there. But I don't know if you don't say hello. So yeah, David, I wish. I wish, I wish, I wish. April 11th was a good one. This is one that I struggle with a lot. So I did want to roll it back today. You know who's really good about this is Jason. Jason's really good about going over the weekend reads. I don't go live on Saturday and Sunday. But that doesn't mean that I don't read the book most of the time. That doesn't mean you shouldn't read the book, and that we shouldn't talk and reflect on these readings. So Saturdays was titled "Don't Be Mad at Good People," and it's a good reminder that we get angry, we get frustrated, we get annoyed just about all the time. With people driving, with our team, with the people we work for, and then we get annoyed, angry, and frustrated with our family at home. And the difference is because of proximity, because you know that they'll put up with it, because there's so much more good value, is that we actually like express that anger and frustration on our family. We yell at them, we drop sarcasm, we call them names, whatever it is. Children, like, they hit each other, all that kind of stuff. But we really need to, like, figure that out, like, not do that, like, think a little bit more deeper of, like, why am I doing this? Why am I yelling at my loved ones? Why am I getting in these arguments with my wife? Why am I so short with my wife? Why am I annoyed? Why am I allowing this to take over? Why can't I treat my wife and kids more like I treat my clients and subcontractors for me? And it's tough. It's I think he calls it in here, it's a problem of proximity. Precisely because they're closest to you, you have more opportunities to get upset with them than anyone else. It's a sad, twisted state of affairs. So I like that. That was it's a good little reminder that that's it's almost natural um to do it, but at the same time, that doesn't mean it's okay. And we should, put some thought towards it, and make sure we're working our best to do the opposite. Kiddos are trying to figure themselves out. Patience when they go off the rails, break the guardrails. Yep. And then the 12th, April 12th, yesterday's reading was about energy. And this one was another one that I like. Um, he goes in starting to talk about how uh, energy's been kind of used a lot in today's world to mean a lot of different things. But, the truth is, like, you do have an energy about you, and your kids do pick up on it. So when you're, frightened, nervous, anxious, mad, upset, happy, whatever you're going through, your kids pick up on it. It almost is contagious. That's the word I was looking for. Nice. You found it, Dom. Energy is contagious. And it could easily take over the household. And, you could be really, now I lost the words. You could easily just derail. Why are words so hard? You could easily derail the whole day with just not making sure that you're paying attention to your energy. So that's kind of where we get into the moments of self-care, the moments of taking a break, taking a breather, hitting a workout, going on a walk, all those kind of things to make sure that we um, check our energy and we don't allow it to take over the household. So again, another good solid reading, making sure that if you don't already know, you should know that the energy that you bring, even if you're trying your hardest not to talk about your problems at work or, the financial issues or the upcoming uh 2 days away tax day, like having that inside of you, if you don't find a way to release it or you aren't taking the proper steps of self-care, it will show. It will come through. Um, your kids will pick up on it. You'll do things that you know, regret or didn't want to do. Maybe snapping at your kids. I had a couple of those this weekend where, I've been so good about not playing like this deep game with the wife and kids, but my wife asks every week. She still really loves the game, and so she asked us to play. I played with her, and I found myself right back in it again, where I get intense about it, and I'm in it for a long amount of time, and it really starts to just turn me a little like short towards our youngest one, or our middle child. She'll come down in the middle of a game, and she'll want food, and I'm like, "Ah, right now, really?" Or even our poor dog. I really wish we could figure our dog out. But I'll be short with him because it's like the second I sit down to play this game or I'm locking in on a good meal or snack, he'll go to the door and wanna go outside and maybe use the restroom, but most of the time it's just sunbathe. Um, and I'll be, dang it, like, dang it, Dash. Like, what's your problem? I just sat down. Why couldn't you ask me to let you out when I was getting up? And that happens to him. That happens to my kids a lot. It's timing, like, and like I said before, proximity, my energy, all of it. Like it's there. It's happening. And then April 13th, today's reading. April 13th is another big day for me. April 13th, 2007 is the day I met my wife, my then girlfriend, then random girl at a bar, whatever you want to call her. Um, so we're celebrating, but not celebrating 19 years together. Uh, it's been a wonderful, crazy journey. That was in my gratitude journal today, just full of gratitude for that lady, that opportunity, that random chance of us growing up. We grew up one town over, like, so basically neighboring towns, and it wasn't for a random chance of me going to Lake Havasu, Arizona, little party lake town. and her going at the same time and us meeting. So the randomness of life. And then finding out many, many occasions that we should have met because we had common friends. Two of our really good common friends actually dated for a while. So, like, I knew her friend through dating my friend, but I never met her. Really weird stuff, for sure. But today's April 13th, and today's reading, can't believe I've been talking about readings this long. Sorry if you mentioned it already, but how'd the anniversary weekend go? Oh, um, just pretty simple. We have plans to, like I said, go out of town and booked her a romantic weekend getaway at a like a almost like a it's like a spa hotel, so it's like an adults only, and they have like mineral baths and massages and facials and all that kind of stuff. So I booked that. That's the 24th, so a week or two from now. So she's very excited about that. She knows that that's her anniversary gift. So Friday when I came home, I got a like a plant or a flower or whatever. I think it was Thursday. A thing of chocolates and then a pack of socks because, like I said, she's been stealing my socks lately. So I got her a fresh pack of socks for herself, and they're like the socks that I get for myself. So it's not like I just randomly bought her some woman's socks. I like went and bought her the socks that I get for myself so that she doesn't have to steal them. She will have her own set that she will go through and then eventually start stealing mine again. Yeah, exactly. So we did that. And then we went out. We did go out. We did go out for sushi lunch on Friday while the kids were in school. Actually, Bailey came home early from school. She had a head injury, and she passed out. You guys know that. I told you that on Friday. She passed out Friday night or Thursday night while we were at soccer. She passed out, and then Friday morning when she was at cheer, she got dropped doing a stunt, and she hit her. I forgot what she said. Back and head. Yeah, have a good sock fight on laundry day. Nice. Can't remember. There was one show where they would play like sock golf. I always thought that was very interesting. Never had a big enough house to do it, but ball up some socks and you kind of like hit them across the room and try to make them in different places without breaking a vase or a lamp, which would probably happen. Um, Derail, back to the derail. So yeah, the anniversary weekend went chill. You know, we wanted the weekend to be chill because we know we already have something coming up. April 13th, the reading of the day. This is their language, or as I titled it, what they're showing you. So this reading is basically about the core truth of children is that they don't really know or have a good access to their feelings. So they won't, at most of them, won't tell you, like, I'm upset or got bullied at school today or, I'm not feeling well. But they will more often than not show you. They will do they will be acting a certain way that's not normal for them. They will, be lethargic. They'll be throwing tantrums. They'll be short. They'll walk into a room and, kind of just like stand there, not like for my kids, what it is it's always food related. Um, they'll just like stand in the pantry for like a couple of minutes and I'm like, what are you doing? And they're just like confused, like they don't know how they got there, why they got there, what they were wanting, what they would want, all those kind of things. And I'm like, this is very confusing to me because I will normally be somewhere else and then I'll get the hankering for some food and I'll be like, oh, I could go for this. And I'll go right into the kitchen, go to the thing that I want. Like as I'm walking in the kitchen, I'm like planning what I'm gonna get, all that kind of stuff. But for my kids, it, there's probably some deeper feeling to their movement and then they get stuck not knowing, like they know they need something, and the immediate thought is just food. So I think that's what ends them up in the pantry. And it's a tough thing to kind of realize. My wife passive aggressively placed 2 basket of laundry on my lap yesterday. I took the hit. I did something like that to my wife where I, needed to do my laundry because I do my laundry my work suite of laundry every weekend. So I was, put my stuff in the wash, and she had a load in the dryer that I think she had ran, like, a couple days ago. It was like stuff will just sit in the dryer for a while. And so I spun that load to, like, get the wrinkles out, and then I took that load and like, normally we lay out the laundry on the dining room table, but the dining room table was kind of a mess. It already had laundry on it. So I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go lie it out in the guest bedroom." I thought about the upstairs bedroom, but I was like, keep it downstairs." Well, the guest bedroom is a place where, like, through, in random portions of the day, my wife will like to go lay down, like, and, like, hang out in. And so she couldn't all weekend because there's this pile of laundry in the guest bedroom. And at one point, she referenced it, and I go, "So you didn't think about just doing the laundry so that you could have the bed back?" And she's like, "No." And I'm like, "Oh, so you didn't get my hint, hint?" Um, that didn't go over as well as what MP's saying here. She didn't take the hint. So then when she left to take Bentley to the party, I took the hint that maybe I should do the laundry, finish it. Before kids, laundry was code for I am feeling it. Let's go roll in the laundry. Nice. Help with the oh, yeah. Get a little dirty. Get a little dirty. Um, that's funny. That's funny. Good job, guys. Well done. Um, so yeah, this is their language. Watch their body language, watch what they do, and try to try to dig a little deeper when they're acting differently. The book I just read what actually, had a couple of chapters on this, and she spoke very much about this fact that, kids don't they won't just audibly come to you and say, like, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that, like, this is how I'm feeling. Dad, please help me, mom, please help me. They're gonna act out. They can't quite comprehend what's going on. They just it just takes over them, the feeling. And the hardest part for me is like I can barely comprehend what's going on. Like I do this all the time. Like I said earlier with the when I'm playing this video game, it puts me in this state where I then become, agitated or what was the word my wife was using on me today? Or not today, but this weekend. She said I was being very damn, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's not snarky, sassy, no. It's something along those lines. And and it's true. It's what I was being. I was being very much that. I was being very sassy to my wife and my daughter and my son and my other daughter and anyone else who came at me. And that's my version of this. I'm still very much a kid. I still very much don't am not in touch with my feelings and my, how they react through my behavior. We are going through all the emotions right now with the boys. 6, 7. It's that age where they are learning. Yeah. And like I said, the hope is because we're more or attempting to be more attuned parents, that they'll be much better off when they are. Yeah, he has one that's 6 and one that's 7. Um, they'll be better off when they're our age and they have their own children. That's the hope. Or at least 1% better, right? That's my hope. So I'm still very much a work in progress, but my hope is that I've progressed enough myself and progressed my children enough with my parenting that they'll have a better go at it when they have their own kids. Yeah, David was dropping a 6, 7 joke on you. We were just focused on them being able to vocalize it all and not, yeah. Yep. True story. Like stop the behavior, like get in between them if it's, breaking out into a physical, calm them down, separate them, get them into a room, sit with them until they've gotten all the energy out. No matter what they say, try to center yourself, calm, using calm breath work and all that kind of stuff. If you need to step out, then step out. Because, in those moments, especially when you take them away and you basically put them in a room, it sometimes gets worse, the lashing out. And you have to wait out the storm until you can actually have a calm conversation and try to get them to get in touch with their feelings. What's really going on? What really happened? How did that make you feel that your brother took your toy? Like all that kind of stuff. And it's very hard to do when they are, when it just seems like you were doing something completely different. Like you were doing the laundry and then all of a sudden there's a fight. And you're like, okay, well, now I have to stop this thing that I've been trying to do because my wife tossed 2 laundry baskets on me or because my husband left a bunch of laundry on the bed. And then now you got to go split up this fight and calm them down. And it's very hard to be like, I don't have time for this. Like I'm in the middle of cooking a lasagna. Like I was doing a lot of cooking this weekend. I grew up with 3 older brothers. My dad bought us football. Yep. That's more of the old school way of doing it. I don't know if MP does that with the hockey gear. For us, it was an oversized T-shirt we had to hug in. Wow. Okay. All right. For my mom's, it was we would have to kneel on the tile floors, nose to nose, my sister and I. That was just that was just the worst. After getting into a fight with your sister, you're essentially like face to face with her while on your knees, feet up too, like kneeling but feet up as much as possible on the tile floors. Yeah, my mom was a tricky human, um, for sure. All right, dudes, because it's just us. 33 minutes. We got there. We did it. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for sitting there and struggling through my nonsense. I think I did a good job of accessing the reading. This one was good. I didn't babble too much. The boys, I make them sit on the floor and just stare at each other. Every laugh, every sound starts the time over. I tell them you aren't going to fight. Tell them you aren't going to fight. You are going to learn to love the sight of your brother. Yeah, it's so difficult. Like sometimes I think like stuff like that could work. Other time I think it's just gonna turn it around and be like, no. Thank you, David. Um, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your Monday. I'll see you back here tomorrow. David, if there's a day that works for you to come up, let me know. Uh, find me on the Twitter. Did we exchange phone numbers? I feel like we did. You could text me. Let me know something that works. I think I think Jason's still on hiatus. I did not talk to him this weekend, but so I'm always looking for someone to hang, chat me up. And you know the time. So I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. See, I like don't feel like I have a sign off phrase. I don't know what it is, the end of this, but like I said, appreciate you guys. Thank you. Thank you everyone who's watching, if you are watching, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye.
What's up, bitches? What's up? Wake up. It's the morning time.